Hello everyone, this is Edoardo Striani and I'm with my friend Jürgen in Bonn, where I'm about to give a few workshops next days. We want to make a short overview about what are the differences for us between handpan and RAVs. So here we have a RAV, it's a D Celtic minor, and a handpan D Celtic minor.
Yes.
So they have the same notes, which is D, Okay, what do you think, Jürgen, are the main differences? Let's start from the differences between handpan and RAV.
So, hello everybody. I just go a little bit back because years ago I had, that's where we first met, online, teaching, having you as a teacher, the RAV teacher. So the RAV, D Celtic, was my first instrument. And now that I'm also playing the handpan, I would say one of the main differences is in the RAV, it's such a, like what the name also implicates, it's that vast, this deep, long-lasting sound.
Yeah.
Which is so special.
Yeah, indeed, the RAV has a very long sustain. Even if you compare it with the latest handpan in stainless steel, the stainless steel has a longer sustain compared to the other type of handpans. But still, the RAV has an even longer sustain. I think it can sound up to 10 seconds or something, while I don't think any handpan can be beyond a few seconds. Yeah, it's already decaying.
Yes.
This is still going, still going.
And this is really impressive about that particular instrument.
Yeah.
And maybe it's also about the material it's made of or the way it's produced, because that impressed me the most in the beginning, this long sustain.
Yeah. And so for this reason, I would say that this is better if you want to play very slowly, especially if you are a beginner. You see, this sustain can really fill up all the space, So you can do something very simple. And the instrument does everything, everything else in order to fill up the space. You can create a beautiful atmosphere just with a few touch. So it doesn't, require too much presence also from the side of the player, because really, if you just play a single note, it's already filling up everything. While with the handpan, the sound is shorter, it has a shorter sustain, so this would be still like that, but a little bit less, right?
So yeah, that would be for me one of the main first impressions. Yeah.
Although I have to say the sound of the RAV is a little bit lower in general, so the handpan is more loud. I would say it's louder. The RAV is a little bit more quiet, but nevertheless the sustain is so long that it allows you to be very minimal in playing and still to be able to do something that is very, very nice for the listeners. Yeah. And then I would say we all agree that another main, very, very visible difference is the absence of the ding on a RAV, which is in both ways it's something more, in my opinion, can be better for certain aspects and different for other aspects. So for sure the handpan, the ding is more percussive, right?
Yeah.
So you can really use the ding as a percussion, right? Around the ding area you have this sound which is the tuck, which is different from the slap. While on the RAV, let's say there is only slap, there is no tuck. So you cannot make a difference between the slap and the tuck. And on the handpan, around the ding area, you actually have also this area where you can do the tuck, which is a little bit different from the slap.
Mm-hmm.
And also on the ding can be played openly and closed, and you have a different variation of the same type of sound. They really sound like a kick, like the kick of the drum. It can be a sound without a note,
Mm-hmm.
you know. While on the RAV, of course, you can make an open sound, but this sounds a little bit less like a kick, less like a percussion. On the handpan, this is really a percussion. While on the RAV, which is also the plus, this note, it sounds like any other note, so the timbre is the same. So on one side, it's a little bit less percussive, right? And also maybe you cannot do the closed sounds, so this would be open, this would be closed. On the RAV, it doesn't sound so, it's not so efficient. So the closed sound, still there is a note feature, while on the handpan, the note is almost gone. This is a little bit less efficient, it doesn't sound like a kick. While in the handpan, it's really like a kick. But nevertheless, if you want to play, let's say, a melody, something more melodic, this note sounds really like any other note of the scale. So the timbre is the same. While if you do, let's say, an arpeggio on a handpan, and you want to include the ding as a note, so to use it not as a percussion, let's say, but more as a note, the timbre is different. So you will hear that it sounds a little bit different. And in my opinion, this, you can hear that there is one of the notes that sounds a little bit different from the other ones. While on the RAV, the timbre is really the same. And I like this feature about the RAV very much. It's like having an extra note.
One other difference which you cannot do on the handpan is I saw you playing in a concert where you just used your fingernails to induce the sound.
Yeah, this is a very nice and unique sound that you can do on the RAV, with the fingernails. You do something like this. And you can use to create like a nice atmosphere or a very peculiar sound. Yeah. So this is very nice and unique for the RAV. Going back to percussive sounds, still I want to emphasize that you can use the same, a few techniques both on the RAV and on the handpan. For example, something like this, especially when you do a groove like. So, with the help of this type of sounds, still you can use the RAV and the central note, the ding, in a very percussive and rhythmical way. So still, even if we said that this is not as percussive as the ding, nevertheless, you can still use the central note and the central part of the instrument to do a lot of percussive sounds.
We also mentioned that by nature, the RAV is a little bit less filling the room. Yeah. So, but especially as I said, when you play in a concert atmosphere, you can with a mixer microphone, you can really have an incredible.
Yeah, especially
sound.
I like very much when you use a microphone with the RAV, especially I use a contact microphone that I attach on the bottom part of the instrument.
Yeah.
And with a little bit of reverb. For example, this on the handpan doesn't sound as good, but when you have a RAV with a microphone, maybe contact microphone, a little bit of reverb, it gets very spacey. I mean, this effect is unique on the RAV, and I don't get the same effect on the handpan. It's really amazing. And you can create crazy atmospheres, really playing very minimalistic, just a chord. Plus with some reverb, and also the tack and the slap. If you do the slap with the microphone, some reverb, you get like this. I really love it on the RAV. Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. And maybe what I can do now, I can play the same simple melody both on the RAV and on the handpan. They have the same scale, so it's gonna sound the same. Let's say in terms of notes, but let's see the differences in sound features in timbre. Okay, and this is the same notes, but different sound, of course. And maybe Jürgen, let's try to improvise something, like to jam together. Since we had the same scale, we can really play, we had the same notes and jam. Let's see what comes out. Maybe I start with a simple rhythm. What do you think? Okay, everyone. So see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping me to do this review.
Thank you for coming to Bonn again, and
You're welcome. My
looking
pleasure.
forward to more workshops.
Cool. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.